have a chairman that is leading the party. They don't have focus. It is always steady the ECOWAS or Ghana for 8 months to 9 months. Aban we aye juma ma me hu obi o Ghana obetima ka chem say John Mahama and the NDC government for 8 months no di boni bi ma say si ade Ghana for ya paba. And I said the NDC led by John Mahama and in penifo ni CEOs and ni ministers omo ya ade bi omo betu dwumadie bi a na enya sebio omo foaso. I don't see anything. Ade bi a John Mahama betu ye bia no they are reversing every bad thing bi omo betu ye bia. Ade bi a MPP ja ho boni bi omo di ye any bad thing bi a omo ja ho bia no the NDC government is correcting it. That is why I am relaxed. That is why I have confidence in this government. That is why I believe in the president and his ministers. That is why NDC as a political party, I respect them when it comes to discipline and building a nation. NDC MPP bar power 2017. Yeniti adechi na less than 1 year na bust scandal bust na NDC atena be mu 9 months yente kapre say obiakoyi sempoa anateku. NPP ba bem 2017 no muntwa 8 months yeti krom ha June, January, February, March, April, May, June, 7 months pepepe, 6 months pepepe, and a bust 65,000 liters of bust contaminated fuel and the Attorney General ABA investigations into that matter. This is the first 6 months of the NPP and the Kufuado. No. Make sure the difference between this government and why the NPP is still confused. Intimacy. The conversation also did na galam say they am confused. Initially almost started free. The state of emergency, almost free state of emergency. Say see stop galam say they don't know what they are doing. They are confused. NPP bar power 6 months pepepe. And a Kufuado in the bush and for come. Yes, say bust oil. Me know with their 65,000 liters. 6 months to prepare MPP bar power. Na sa oil ni na almost evaporate. Okay. John Mahama dia bemu 9 months, almost 9 months. Ya da hot here ebusa say obi di boni ana scandal obi piana BBS ana the NPP are frustrated. This is governance, papa. Momi anko kai ebianam revitalization where MPP first 6 months in power.
The minority in parliament has called for investigations into the circumstances leading to the sale of 5 million liters of contaminated fuel to a local company, Movipina. The sale, according to the NDC members of parliament, was carried out by the bulk oil storage and transportation company BOST. The transaction is alleged to have cost the country over 14.25 million Ghana cedis. At a news briefing in Accra, the NDC called for the removal of the chief executive of BOST, Mr. Alfred Obin Boateng, from office.
The minority said the petroleum product should have not been allowed to be contaminated, given that BOST had several options, including cleaning or disposing it off, instead of selling it to Movipina at a loss.
Under proper regulatory and supervisory protocols, under no circumstance should the BOST Company Limited experience such high level of contamination as we are witnessing. The question to ask is what led to the contamination of these products in the first instance? Why was the particular tank in question not properly discharged and cleaned before the intake of the fresh fuel, which led to the contamination? The norm and practice is that when such contamination occurs, corrective treatment of these products are undertaken by the Tailor refinery through blending. Why did BOST not arrange with Tailor for the treatment of this particular fuel?
The team called for full information into the sale.
The claim by BOST that this contaminated product was sold at the competitive ex-depot price is false and cannot be justified. One was the competitive bidding process initiated, who were the companies that participated. The evidence available confirms that Movipina company was the only company BOST dealt with in the sale of the contaminated product in a sole source transaction.
The ranking member on Mines and Energy, Mr. Emmanuel Amakofibua, called on the government to, as a matter of urgency, withdraw the contaminated fuel from the market to save the consumer.
The resultant effect will mean damage to vehicles' engines and its accompanying side effects to the innocent Ghanaian consumer. And I think we can't even put a price tag on the damage of this singular act. How many vehicles will be damaged? How many vehicles will be taken to the shops? What is the cost?
They also said the Chief Executive Officer of BOST, Mr. Alfred Obeng-Boateng, should be made to step aside immediately.
This was first 6 months of NPP. BOST 14.5 million. Almost oil na say ayra. These are the same piglets on our streets. These are the questions we keep asking. First 6 months, our NPP abemu and the kufuado on the baumia. Almost first 6 months, and the atna Ghana ha almost 9 months. Yenti se ubia tamabain sika abain oil ayra. Yenti scandal be say and the yenti so be we abain oil. In kofo ba abemu first 6 months that was their craziest first one. Almost 14.5 million Ghana cedis. Almost contaminated oil. And the Attorney General is looking into this matter. We say the mamunti de no. Omonyo mu media for the idea. Yeni ete Ghana. Yeni pe abane ye peno. Yeni nim abane ne nete no. Yeni di obeye. Inti dede bi obia ye bi obia. Obia nka brofo efo obia ho. This is the NPP. Inti nobody in Ghana should take such people serious. These are people who have no shame. They are liars. They are thieves. They stole from you for 8 years. No say do watemeguso. Adia China so China almost so ye demonstration. Jimmy and I'll be tieni pasa. They have no shame. Oma esa be informa. Ukumbine bingini. San oma ye. And these are demons. They are political demons. The NPP. Terminal reports and the reason I'm doing this is say the reason why I want a lot of noise from these people, any paid media be to say Joy News, City TV is because they know say they don't have anything on the government. Today they can't discuss the economy because the economy is doing well. They cannot discuss fuel prices because today Obia answer echo the bottom into fuel no matter how much it is being sold, Obia to be taught. They cannot discuss their corruption because this government, for 8 months, the government is working. We have not seen glimpses of Obi Obeso Obi. They cannot talk about inflation because today, Omuja inflation was 54% and it is less than 11. They cannot talk about the dollar. Omukona dollar was 17.82, almost 18. And the dollar is lingering around 12. In less than 9 months. They cannot talk about unemployment because Omokono, they promised us to say, Ankomo ba, Ejumo Mefankwara, Omofani pass 100,000 napko, Omudina Edisikano, Omanfobia Juma, any other tea. These are ingrates. They could not build one regional hospital. They cannot point to Agenda 111 hospital, Obaba Kumpakum, Akojia War, Epia Bontini. Lordina Mahama can point to about 8 clinics and hospitals. I will see NPP as a party from 1962. One hospital almost see. Jimmy. Nobody should sit and pay attention to a group of termites. People who only think so, but when you look at them, they are naked. Under NPP, almost first 6 months, we saw a lot. I did see another Danko Kufuado. Nipa 110 as ministers. 110. Kwasi Ampenyi, Obaye and Obeye, Regions 316. And Osayi ministers 110. And a Ghana forecast say, Adeng. Ministers 110. Equate team, 30 million pe. Nanado Danko Kufuado response or the Ghana Funi. And Kwasi Afuna Mudiomoji.
President Akufo-Addo has once again justified his appointment of 110 ministers, adding that the vital thing is having the capacity to deliver on the promises made to better the lot of Ghanaians. The president said this in a response to a question about the effect of the size of the government on the national purse.
I'm not worried about the size of government because I think that, first of all, the majority, the overwhelming majority of the people in the government are members of parliament who are already on the public exchequer. I think something like 2/3 or almost 3/5 of the appointees are all members of parliament, so that the incidence of their becoming ministers on the public exchequer is minimal from what it is already as members of parliament. And secondly, the really important thing is your capacity to get hold of the machinery and deliver. So at the end of the day, at the end of the 4 years, people of this country will wake up or feel a significant improvement in their lives. There are more jobs available. People are getting better wages. The cost of living is something that is within the reach of ordinary people. I don't think they're going to worry themselves too much about the size of my government.
Odi akwa we to John Mahama ho a. I say na wabodam. Excuse me, see tie reasons bi a oma yesi wabayi nipa 110 or so ebe medwuma buso nipa benye dwuma ye sika beba nkofo botom efisa the ministers ne do so meye dwuma we GIGIMM yetena de we hu for 80 years mu ye dede ben me say ade bia NDC aban dealing with today a o say a problem no, it was a problem that was left behind by NPP aban. Intinke ye ka enisan ka normal bia free NPP kra complaining about anything in Ghana. If you see anybody sit on TV or radio discussing this is a problem, say you are foolish. And that problem you are talking about, who created them? The problem you are talking about today, Munam Ghana TV, Sunu Radio, so say Galamsey. Who created Galamsey in Ghana? Who made Galamsey attractive? Who actually commissioned Galamsey? Anytime I can just say the NPP as a political party, no more GIGIMM. They are very effective in opposition because that is how they were made. They are made to lie. I am part of them. I know how they operate. This is a party. They are not willing to accept anything apart from almost selfish gains. That's all. When you hear them talk, don't pay attention to them. Me penipa ba kuna ba TV so I can say, oh, problem with the NPP ye jano hona ban we and yes of solve it problem bang. Problem ben na Ghana sisia NPP nkwasiafo we jato ho aban we by we yineni. Tell me one problem. Inti right now no mankasa jatum say they have created problems. They left huge burden on Ghanaians. And they are insisting say within 8 months NDC are buying and solve the problem. These are the kind of animals we want to govern with. These are kind of cockroaches. These are the termites we want to reason with. We are not supposed to reason with them. We are supposed to ignore them. Because you see, the NPP as a political party, no, they don't understand what is reasoning. Inti, we are Ghana ni awote Ghana, and we are Ghana ni wabruchi na wo kraka edi aba Ghana. Compare those times. Now man fo mposo so metoka aba Ghana. And the bogus is swakas ko Ghana. Because duty, at least, and your current is a payday. A bino agi bibia fa ho. And the dollar number from bogus as that is your dying. And the dollar number from bogus to me cry your makofi. That is what we call governance. A dear be a ban we betu be na say biano, a buy way den no, and the eduane buso cost of living. And the amount from complaining said duane boy ding. Inflation above form. Edwadifo na and the MPP omu kem and a yentwa de and a de begu a ne boy ding and they won't tante sa asem no. That is what a government is elected to do. And that is why we brought in Nyansafo John Mahama ne NDC Nyansafo to change the narrative. Inti dede ne free himfa. So far so good. Nothing. Inti conversational into steady MPP. Conversational, it changes per the day. Adiabechi oh yepewe. Adiabechi because I'm starting here. Dear, state of emergency on Galamsey, Anamiwa. State of emergency. And almost say enye no mo kan ho asem. Na omo pe eye fix Galamsey now. This conversation actually with GIGIMM. Then you get some media houses. You koye documentary amomo Oh, yeah, documentary, money panel creative problem. No, we are going to say on authority, the government is working. Nobody can pressurize the NDC government. No fool can force the government to make mistakes. What the government is doing is what the government is going to do. And the majority of people who voted for this government are satisfied with how the government is tackling every issue. For 8 years, the NPP did not retool any hospital in Ghana. So I'm for a retooler. Oba Komfanoche, Oba Kumewu, Oba hospitals awa Santimemua. Hospital biedwa omunya new equipment say aban at the machines for fraba ya de behemu kena for 8 years. Sankwasiafo were from MPP. They could not equip any hospital in Ghana for 8 years. And under the leadership of Akando, hospitals are being re-equipped. Sewia Hospital, a regional hospital. Emma Santimai, and the NDC government is preparing to put it to use. That is what we call government. Indeed, and ya kwasiebi awaba sayinsuo. Abejinensuo de chika chem say fix bibia ande. Nobody's going to listen to that nonsense. And it's about time we Ghanaians made these fools understand it is not how they feel and also running Ghana. It's about how Ghana is supposed to be run. It is not about how the NPP feel. It is not about what they think is right. It is about what we voted for. The decision we took to vote for a new government. What they are doing, their decisions. It's what we are sticking to. It is not about how the NPP feels. How the NPP feels does not. Nobody cares about how they feel. In the first place, because Omangasa Papa Kufuor catch say so be bedi usu mfie watche. Na se san mfie watche no when to me unsolve problem a san Kufuor no almost back as omo yankwasiafo don't give them space. Ya Papa Kufuor de bi na no kan ye. O say so the to me ma political party say oba no so obeto galamsey. Na se when to me unsolve galamsey no wabeto unemployment. When to me unsolve unemployment no wabeto sewia. When to men be a sewia, wabeto ayade hospitals, when to men sibi, wabeto nyoma also ye when to man ye, na odi 8 years ni wia, sa party no, omo kasa mentie. Ya papa Kufuor na kasa asem no.
You were there for 8 years.
I take that as just political talk. 8 years should be long enough for anybody with solutions to show. The current regime has been in power 8 years almost. So if we are not having the solutions, we shouldn't accept shifting of blame onto earlier regimes.
You were there for 8 years.
I take that as just political talk. 8 years should be long enough for anybody with solutions to show.
8 years is long enough. 8 years is long enough for any party with solutions to show. 8 years Edeme Kufuor MPP for Nkwasiafo we. What can they say? Can they show us adiomo ye? They destroyed everything. Oma Papa Kufuor na kachire o say now you Ghana ni na Nkwasiafo abetena ban mu 8 years. Na wo hwe omufri aban mu insu o Ghana nyina asɛn. Kwaye nyina ye wuro makoye gala. Na sa Nkwasiafo asa we kacho say ye ntiasia. Why do you listen to such fools? You don't have to do that. It's me a call. When I see the MPP walking around and the Jimmy Biano Mujimi, it is not even worth our time. Jimmy Biano Mujimi.
Why have you done a demonstration? Why have you done a demonstration? Why? You don't have a reason. Yes. You don't have a reason for joining the demonstration. I don't hear. You don't have a reason for joining the demonstration. Demonstration? Yeah, I'm going to buy a man to say you're demonstration. I'm going to see a man minty. You're going to know more the end and no more. You're not that young more demonstration. So I'll be saying, you know, they're back.
Mustafa Salam kwasi ampenyi kwa teboto no. Oni sala nentwie. Sa chairman no. We ntafo nkwara wo. Edomo firi srem. Eno mo won kran mem. Omo so asu anwoma. Eno makoye demonstration say nkwara we medi akire. Ntafo mbema sebio omo mienu nkwasiafo mienu di akamfo party enim. This is what I talk about. Enya wo sere. Are you not shy? Omo ye ntafo eno mu di akamfo party nim ye chechire party no menhia ena nkwasiafo di party nim eno mu nuanom nketewa sebi won kamu so betuma tena sirem enya school papa akọ abobra ene omabusuafo atena no omo abede da abontene won kran enha Mustafa Salam kwasea no sala na ntwie jimi na enum kankan so puro bab no enha no ena MPP fo aka omegu enim ene yasesa nkwara entafo nkwara monje 10 Ghana 20 Ghana adan a chese omo bra mpanifo na dane mmoa eye adwuma ma asantefo party kwasiafo hwe na enye tan are you not embarrassed? And this is the because say scientafo na omo MPP mu no scientafo no omo ejimi che bini. They are stupid. Entafo omo MPP mu because you see when you sit back and you analyze the way they reason, they always want to impress akamfo omo pese titru omo impress asantefo so who ntafo no same ejimi. It's a fact. Asantefo bi nuanom asantefo omo buntafo so omo ye nkwasiafo. It's a fact. Ade ye me anyinu asantememu. Enya asantememu na mnyini. Tani bia ye frenatia, tani bia ejimi, tani bia me ofufuo, ye bu ye wodin e de fro omo nyina di omatam, omo de da ye sto enim. Asanteni bia hu tani bia se wejimi. Enti asantefo at party. Eni afantafo nkwasiafo bia di enim. Eni jam se santafo no mo MPP fo no mo ejimi. Mustafa Salam wabetena nkran nti ni referee so fi tamale ni referee say ni nuan ketwa mma te se we no osan komo so tena tamale e te se otufo ade hye ana gamancha ade hye a omo so ko school ni omo maame no mote ya kasa nkora we de da bontene won kran e ma wo tani aboa wase se omo egu lie mu se mommra ne enko nante enko demonstration onye tani aboa na wo ye den. And this is what I talk about every day. Omo nie hwe de omo de nanka enya fair say we 10 year what 10 crime udi political party echi abedi Ghana so 8 years ko force about 8 years 16 years under you when to me enkreti adwuma wo srem now branch why wo betri se ponko kwasea na nanum fin ye friend no Salam ye friend say Masaudu ne ho tan ne tu bini uyi boxer shots or run boxer shots gua ne tu bini na ejimi fo ntafo mienu ejimi fo mo na mo beje asantefo party na mo bedru nkran na mo nuanom nketwa asebio mo party mo ejimi nti mo ntume nkreti na mo a whole vice president oye teni na mo a whole vice president oye teni etisembo obedi Ghana so 8 years we jiminti ose obesi kaya yefo hostel won kran munya nkwasiafo na mgu MPP mu munya vice president teni ebedi vice president 8 years we jiminti enkran obesi kaya ye hostel na kaya yefo no mfiri hineba net Ghana na montafo ni bi na mudi MPP my say nine na 10 year obedi vice president oba ye na sada yesi Muhammad sada ba ye wa anye ni ye na sada na sika seye 10 year obedi vice president fie woche Mustafa Salam kwasea mpanyi kwateboto Masaudu ne tu bini salakao mo tena abemu sada ye de ko sirem ena mo be change di ne NDA not Northern Development Authority money 10 year kweya also vice president 8 years ena mo di sada moto a mo beto ye ena mo ma asantefo no besesa kwa asantememu samia wukumo sesa moto di free sirem ede be ye primaries campaign na mo ntafo moa mo ne mo vice president mo di party nim kwasiafo na yaba sirem na samia wukuni na nabi mu se John konwinseni kwasiampanyi no omaba sirem na munua tani mahama na osesa motogu wo se sirem fomfanya adwumanya esika nkoma no na mudi mujimi asesa sadadin no na mama asantefo na kanfo na asesa moto na ba asantememu na mudi mokwasea tenkran se ye ne ntafo ebo asantefo party ho ban emmoa mo jimi eniti no mo use mu no anything that they be use say more because you see you people are not showing say more party no muni munyansa more entafo ni bi na more MPP mu no because mo betima ko Yesu aba asantini hu teni so ya boa wo me na me ka kire wo asantini ba asantini bema omuteni da nanzi eye ba kakre yentafo kakra no munam eyi na se jimia no mu jimi enso ya na guo ebaye na ntafo se akosu no mtenkran eye ni kro manko. And these are things, inferiority complex weja now shankwasi adebia nendo mo yamuso mo yeden ejimifo we mu na modwene omo. NPP, this is the other side of the NPP. There you say, some bebunu we 80% omo yesrimfo nkwara. Ena omo muso mu lead this demonstration ama asante for party ni yesrimfo kwasiafo. Mo NPP for ntafo na mu ejimi. Munnim nyansa. Na mabetra ha. The abani yana na abani you. Nobody can distract this government. No. Nobody can distract this government. This government is focused. It's going to touch on all the problems. The government is slowly going to change the system. These are the people. Metmaga say, they are on hard drugs. They are drug addicts. And when did they start this? These drugs are Eba Ghana, Eura Ghana, Estatia and the Kufuado, Tramadol, Codeine, cocaine. The influx of Begu Ghana mwa yentumi ansano under NPP. Munima monko bisana na ba na moa. Ono so ontichi brofo nkwa na ote. Enso bibi kana osi agye. Monko bisana na ba na moa. Ono na mbre bi otwe mic say oko ghetto to ghetto. Mumusa yi ya na ono na mo ghetto to ghetto. The spike in drug abuse in Ghana happened under NPP. Ekufuado. One bawomia. Mumusa na ba na moa de GH1 for pound sa akoko no. Mumusa no. On ne so ntichi ne toke kana say medwimi to monko busa no yati kromo ha. We don't want to deal with the real issues. Na mo just a concept we ni sorry na enyina change topic at the end. No, the NDC government is focused. It is doing what it has to do to solve problems. The same importance MDC aban edema healthcare no, or the same importance bema galamsey. The same importance NDC by edema unemployment, no, or tackling the drug abuse, no, or the same importance Mama Galam say. Bibi sunche bibia. So as we sit in Ghana, Memo Binya na ajene se obetuma diverted that Domahama is stable and focused. This is the NPP demonstration. Chama nkwara. And they are proud. Metima guys, 90% of Nkura we that second we sremu fo Nkura. And so Mahmoud Bawumia MPP ni nkwasiafo we be see kaya yo headquarters e won kran. Abra no Bawumia oye teniba. Abra ntafo dodo no omo Nkura afri srem ebedi pa won kran ni Kumasi. Bawumia Jimmy fo na MPP no omo see kaya yefo headquarters won kran. What does it mean? It means to say Bawumia esi a cage or time and tough one quarter free sremaba abe slaves e won crying. Now on na yire fulani no na nkwasiafo akan ten omo so omo de omo ko school. And omo be demonstration no omo ko hwehwe tough one quarter na anka omo betime create opportunity ama omo sremu no say mombra ne ento wi ma mo Niema mo tramo. Niema mo 1 cedi na mo mesa. This is how the NPP, this is what they represent. Jack.
There have been a few.
Also day.
I'm on the way. I do 12 city.
Also day.
I'm on the way. I do 12 city.
This is Salam Mustafa Masaudu tough one kwasiafo. This is what they created. Enti nyina yenjai yesin kwasiafo we nam kwanso. They are just misleading the young people. Yeah, can the timer yet hard drugs ba Ghana. Enti ende no sa kifis no bko no omo bie another avenue amaye me yehu say na mo betuma ye adwuma me yehu problems e koso Ghana. The focus is on the use or the abuse of a harmful substance. And no message I found with NPP for keep fitting no and I make sure no. This is serious and the custom kohe. And the NPP you change your buying NDC change your buying you the seriousness of a drug abuse ekoso Ghana. Sibia your body snabe porous. Sibia nipebi omudi sirem abaya drug then under MPP. Nansenya aban society you started say yeah chi omo edit import tramo red code den nansen and aban we buy ya through NACOC and Ghana police General Mante almost stopping the inflow of hard drugs. And today the NPP almost say be the other side of inti demonstration no this is baby ana message wo ya kenya na ebola ade no this is the message that this is what we left behind, this is the unemployment we created, this is the distraction the NPP created. When you get to NDC for so they need to solve it inti somehow no my idea to show us the mess they left behind. And these young men, they are all unemployed. And these men, young men and women, about 99% of them, they started abusing drugs under Ekufuado Bawumia. And these are some of the things the NDC government are inheriting. Intimikacha will say, what they did today, no, this is the only educative thing. You will also edit to your home say, we no, I will see a stop it drug abuse. Media Canada maintain any BBI concept. I don't know what was in there. Because when you see a group of people like this, Omunam Kruma, what is their sense? So today's walk it was basically to tell Ghanaians that NPP this problem. On Saboy Snakers, I'm say ye been taught ni boy ding. It is becoming scarce. And the tramo why ding. And the air din so benya tramo ato. And the air din so benya codeine ato. Air din se ubenya cocaine. Because a bina ba the government is blocking the holes. Now MPP create Into Tinkran Casano. Say and the yenya bin taught. And the yenya bin taught. Ne boy a ding because right now no omo kofa ba no MPP for na the market na ye more chance biom aban edge show mo into on say kra no omo bre. We were in this country and this is drug abuse asem ne eka year ben 2022 mamen kan show cocaine media fake news joy news no report story way Ghana identified as transit country for drug trafficking British High Commission 2012 British High Commission for releasing statement na yo mo ahomte say omo say oba ebibremu ha Ghana and the Kufuor no baumia ehɔ na edubone pa no ehɔ na yesue no transit yesue ni asade yesi etrisu ne da kwechima your friend transit point so bia di edubone ko Europe pese odeba Africa ko Europe a Ghana and the Kufuor no baumia joy news fake news no this story we bre. The British High Commission in Ghana has revealed that the country has been noted on the global radar as a transit country for drug trafficking, especially cocaine and other psychotropic substances. And we lived with this. They watched it. They did not do anything. They sat there. That time no na Asen South MP. Your friend saying, your friend saying, Kwasi Ampey no so ye sofo no. No Ghana. So sit in the Asen South for MP. Your friend saying, boy Kwasi Ampey also a reverend here also MP. Asen South. No ni Ghana. No MP. Did he make a comment about it? No, because his own party people were the ones transiting the hard drugs. And on send the one can say expose you. For Joe, and yes, I'm your friend. So I GIGIMM na phone say todo. They also oye Asen South MP no. Jantre ni na ofari yire chakwa ba ko na o say oye MP Asen South no for Joe. Na oni Ghana. Did he comment on this? No. I didn't akoto de ne bodwe kwasia. Today we are seeing enkura na say kan bonu masem omunya tramon bi ntun ento. Ka criminal was system no boss why a ding. It shows how the government is fighting it. Anytime ka just say keep fitina MPP for year and then that is the message we got out of it. And we as Ghanaians, we need to sit up and start looking at this menace. Wait, are you serious? Problem be at that table should be here. Problem no day we no go call Jesus. Anytime you go call Jesus, they means problem day. Your problem with health, your problem with education, your problem with BBM. Inti, we cannot treat some problem bigger than some problem. And it's not unlike the NDC government. It is treating every problem with the seriousness it can attach. Into every problem, they are attaching the seriousness. Into over health, they are attaching every seriousness. Over water, they are attaching every seriousness. Over unemployment, they are over galamsey. The government is attaching seriousness to everything. Into Eden and Kwasiafo, Ibeka say, I by force, or some Kumowi, they want to. No, nobody can change the conversation. Besides, which one is this? Inti Yatna Kromham and Kofowe. Thank you very much, team. Yatna Kroman and Kwasiafowe, MPP. They don't have any message again for the people. This is what happened in Ghana. And then on demonstration, they exhibited the high level of drug abuse on the streets of Ghana, Accra, the capital of Ghana. In fact, cocaine media, fake news media, Joy, they actually went on to report on it.
Now, the British High Commission in Ghana has revealed that the global availability of illicit drugs is shooting up, with Ghana being on the global radar as a transit country for drug trafficking, especially cocaine and other psychotropic substances. The British High Commission's Deputy Head of Missions, Keith McMahon, says that some fishing communities have been identified as conduit for such activities in the drug supply chain. Hence, urgent measures need to be taken to disrupt every notable supply and destination point of drug trafficking. He made these comments at the commemoration of the International Day Against Drugs and Illicit Trafficking.
Thankfully, Ghana does not suffer as many of the debilitating issues stemming from Class A drug addiction. We hope this continues. though there are signs across West Africa that domestic markets may start to expand. So far, though, it is around the supply of drugs where the UK and Ghana have worked together so closely over the last few years. The global availability of drugs is higher than ever before, and it is not enough to work only at the source and destination points. We need to continue to disrupt every point of the supply chain, and that's where we need your help and support. Ghana is noted as a transit country for drug trafficking, particularly cocaine, with South America directly across the ocean, but also heroin and some psychotropic substances, as well as precursor chemicals. The UK has invested over $3 million in Narcotics Control Commission over the last 10 years. And our teams from Border Force, Immigration Enforcement and the National Crime Agency have developed strong partnerships not only with the NCC, but
so
also...
you see, NPP AGU for party, they are frustrated. Because you say, the party be so corrupt, not so lose power. It takes them like about a year and a half to understand as admit some of the power. These people are still in that situation. The NPP are still stuck in that realm of we still have power. They still don't believe that they've lost power. When they talk, when you listen to them, when you see their body language, the exuberance, the arrogance, you can see still that they still forget themselves, so they don't have power again. And that is what is destroying the party. The party sitting there, we for party, a NPP party, they don't have a chairman. How can a party that does not have a chairman be taken serious as a nation? Why should we take such psychopaths serious? Then you're sorry, not a party any direction, any leader or driver party, no, any chairman. Okay say, yantina say, yambopo, madwini we de yenyi penyini di party nenim. Na you're sorry say, whatever they throw there, no, we are not going to do that. They can make noise. It's their right to make noise. They can go on TV. They can go on radio. They can scream. But the fact of the case is, they say, we are not ready to listen to MPP on building this nation. When it comes to building Ghana, the MPP is the last group of people that we will listen to, because we don't consider them as intelligent enough, rational. We don't even see them as humans to even take any advice from the NPP, especially when they are the ones who caused that problem. No. Intimino, I don't want the NPP to be a conversation. NPP cannot start a conversation in Ghana. No. We are not supposed to pay attention to the NPP. Say NPP. What at the end? Hey, my mentor. Which are hey. Opeso who say NPP for GIGIMM pa hey. Tiadewe. Akwa we tiu.
The intimidation, not the arrest. You can testify. What Abronya said wasn't bad.
What did he say?
Me, I don't know. I'm forgetting. Abronya said wasn't bad.
What did he say?
Me, I don't know. I'm forgetting. What Abronya said wasn't bad.
What did he say?
Me, I don't know. I'm forgetting.
We kwasia for we near sorry. Oh yeah, also a demonstration. I said the Abronya can enya bone. And I said no kan mimi nim refi. We Jimmy. Now sorry abetra say MPP was on my demonstration. Demonstration. No. These are foolish people. We want Jimmy. You don't what Abronya said is not bad. And I said no kai also on kai. They no kai. We Jimmy. Now sorry. Near be wasted time say MPP. No, let's focus. The government is focused. This government is focused. Now, when you even take problems are FSC Ghana CCA, Senka Ghana, ye 10 regions are, anka problems are, ye kom CCA, anka yenkum, I'm telling you, anka problem ye kom no, anka ebia, anka be 50% and ye faces our problem no. But you see, MPP for Jimmy. Now they come into office, they feel that they are entitled. Hereditary. Yaba, eyebusia, Yena part no Ghana ye dia. Inti yemfa 6 regions mbeka 10 regions on. Now all these 6 regions mbeka 10 regions on. Their motive entering all these 6 regions mbeka 10 regions on. Right now when we do a survey, the 6 regions or mbeka 10 regions on, the poorest in Ghana. About 90% of the 6 regions, meaning about 5 out of the 6, they are the poorest regions in Ghana. So what did those regions or the Beka, what did it do to us? And I'll not be surprised to say those regions or the Beka, Galam say, and I say, Insua Aseno, because now the government is looking at the problem with so many branches. Sanka branches near 10, rather than the branches now 16. And you say 2 million now you need how much? Here are the 3 times of that money to fight. When it comes to unemployment, when it comes to infrastructure, because when we Jimmy, they don't plan. And they came into office with ideas say say chrono, and that is what they have been doing from day one. And Omotata Kwame Nkrumah so Kwame Nkrumah, because Nkrumah said say Ghana na ebin chambi obi ntumi ntene ho. Yen nyina na ye bechichire man no onti ase afa okwase atu ena mo so mo ntumi fo mo kwase antu ndo metenemu mo betenemu so na mo nimra so amo so madane moa mo bese mo betenemu no. And GIGIMM on sky no, they said things against him for him to turn against his own people. Even omo ka say ono oya hunani ne nkroma ahunanfo kwa na mpose GIGIMM stand against you omo o say enye nsema sankofo we ka no enti na mema me madane me chiama Ghana fo ana inkonform say miyem kromfo aya hunafo eye Ghana ntina me baaye. This is how they are. These people they are not ready to help this nation. From day one, that is what they have done. How many times did they try killing Kwame Nkrumah? How many times did they try to make sure say Rawlings moving us from a military regime into a democratic regime? What didn't they write? What didn't they say? They don't like anything good. We toilet Jimmy. They are not in to help anybody. So study Sankeda went to 10 regions ma unim the kind of development and Kabagana. Oh, we want to open the country up. Ghana be a journey because they had that idea say some part of Ghana no baby or settlers to war baby or they feel say omukroma California Santefo to war until let's carve it out, let's make it a region on its own, send your be kotoa ba ye benya your group. So these people are they isolate everything until let's create this idea of making sure ye call for a creative region amomo near be a creative region or Ghana as a social anti assassin. Mesan can be the president in there. Kasante metemu 30. Na Ghana asase be na so chai asante na Islam asase nkwana bia eso chai ene bonofo. Meche kasante region ka metemu 30. Na ma hwe koku obeka say adentina wo chichem sa region. Na ya kakraka sa do betuma hwe so. But you see, that is not how we have to have the conversation. It is because of the amoye. It is because of the NPP, the motive, the mentality, the ideology of the party. Jimina ewo party no, and then a lot of people despise the party now. Ayani part-time. The way amokasa, the way amuyenyi yimu, the way amadwiri amu say, mubetuma tete Ghana for ntemu no, and then muye ni part-time. And then mumwanu asem eye ni part-time. And then Ghana enya kono. And then today Mr. S, get me the map of Ghana. So I'll pick the map of Ghana. 16 regions, no. And yet 13 of those 16 regions ni green. You know why? Because the people have come to understand, say the NPP and massive no, they are divisive. Omu ye nipa, omu chiche nipemu. Usha horror movie. Horror movie. Omo mutimu odin pa na omo gya hoho. Horror movie. Omo mutimu odin e na omo gya hoho because opa hoho ku omo enti na ogya hoho. Into horror movie a ehu a hotel na se bi edi ewo wo mu no ene na efe. It's nobody can hide behind media me hospitable media me gye obia. Omo mutimu odin na gya hoho kese. Every say omo nimdi omo dia hoho ne beye. We cannot sit in this country for people to form a political party and destroy the core principle of this nation. This is not supposed to happen. Into the divisiveness. Senior MPP for to say mine no madani Muhabeka say or minor say today you see these fools working in Ghana freely. under any serious any president who is crazy. My lucky said John Mahama na president. Under anybody else apart from John Mahama, and 90% of Muamudi MPP ni kamu demu. Me say, my lucky that it is John Mahama who is president, and John Mahama will show you the other side of him because Mamusa Mwejimi. Now when you're ready, some of me achichire maino. Me say, nanka my lucky say at this juncture, it is John Mahama who is president. Nanka mene economy president. And about 90% of Muamute sa party kamu demu. Yeah, kebe some line. Yadi ahoma be gumu nine. Na yadi mo jina second ya bobu trimutu. Yeah. Anka sa galamse na mo yehu dede nke so twa. Me na me president a. Anka sa mo MPP fo na chairman wuntumi ene omo ana mo ye galamse afrim po boatin this report ne bae no. Anka me president a ka make did list no na ma be some lie o kejetia na ma bomu nyina trimutu pay. Me wi am so obi anhwe bi. Memo obi anya galamse o Ghana biom na ma hwe aboa oba galamse o Ghana. Because e mu afu mudi nkwasi asem na wi asa begina se adentina nso na ni ahono emmoa democracy nyama bibini democracy ntina mo MPP for mu dodo tiase yeah hwaboni amudi ye mo hwe nkwasi ade amaya bedu this time and some people have a problem with JJ Rawlings for allowing some people to still exist in Ghana. Mo hwe nkwasi ade mabaye for 8 years. Whatever you people came to do, the implications are you come as a nation. Excavators 2,500, Yehuba Akumpo, and a Tukruma, Obianya Shi, Charles Bisu in Namgana ha, Ekwe Wisin in Namgana ha, Chama Untumin in Namgana, Keti Jemfon in Namgana. These people are all working in Ghana in the name of democracy. Watching in that, also the Kojina court, now some man a lawyer. Ochino, now detaining now Obi say on TSC human rights into also Jarman Sakofi. Why lucky? Me say, mo, my lucky. Nanka mujira ye ntiase galam say no me. Nyanko poni na me to me politics. Me I can't do politics, active politics. Me no me to me. Ananka masanipa line da. Anopotu tutu ya line nkwara nyina national television so 10 3 the otini krom na also a president no me krom kan kwa asem nkyeme na maka just I'm protecting my water bodies. I don't want to see anybody do illegal mining. Se be gusa kusie be illegal mining no Ghana aye den kwasi aforo mo say nsu na sa be demonstration ye ntiase John Mahama has to solve it. John Mahama is the enabler. He book home kra ka da kwan honda dada. Na democracy nti na ma sankwasiafo we they are back again making noise. They are making noise because we all respect democracy. We all believe say de eyekebima mi kebi chichire man na eden o man koso. We have allowed some fools, giving them too much room. Hwe bia wo sisi a hwenso na ase no 8 years nkofo gina Ghana asasim de ye kan bibia nkofo yante. Kwasiafo tani aba nti matwema no se aprinkin smart can. This is Ghana. This is Ghana for you. How can any country still have MPP? Say a party was in Ghana ni tie no. Blue no na MPP 3 regions. How can anybody? Dear nama ekrona ye say. Dear nama a whole nation adani green ama akatrepe busa ho. What has happened? Dear ne see ye. Obi bronibi ana obi fi baby boy say okay. Is this your nation or is this my country? Why do you have only 3 blue regions and the rest all green? Something should have happened. BBSC. The thing you see there like that, no? Who is simple, sano? 1992, 1996, 1990, 2000. Sa Ghana map na kala na enti say na ye mixed. Blue waha, yellow, blue waha, green waha, blue waha, green waha. As time went on, there nama we see a bibintra. Some group of people, the way they act, the way they talk, when they are giving power, how they treat people, how they they disrespect people, how they feel they are better than some people. Slowly, the country started reasoning and beginning to see, say, no, this party, a friend MPP, a dangerous political party. That is why you are seeing this. And I swear to God, I will nullify this party and make sure we don't have any blue in our map. You have only one blue, and you know where that one will be. It will be left with only one blue. Now, because it is looking like, say, continuously, this is what you MPP, Mayama baby ayabeduni. Moko 1992, moko Ghana map no. Mumbra 2000, monha map no yeto aba. Mumbra 2004, monha map no. Mumbra 2008, hwe map no. It was mixed, a check. And this was MPP, and this was, and what really happened? Nobody wants to be associated with this kind of party, this NPP. At time, omudi bone, no madani omano, no mo pese, omu create impression. Be obine, omu nye party. You cannot trust them. This should tell you something. Sama apna hunisano a history. It is telling you how the Ghanaian feels, how the Ghanaians see our politics, how the Ghanaian respect our political agents, how the Ghanaians see political parties and their people, the actors. This is the story of Ghana's politics. It's imagine if we didn't have 16 regions and NPP or one per Ghana. And this should tell you something. And remember, in Kwarana Mobano, they are thinking, they are reasoning up. Anytime guys said this party in 2028 will be gone forever. It is all MPP near. Tanasenebu sound said DNC yamayabedruha. And you think it's going to be easy. We are not joking. We are going to put a pin in this. You drew why best our discussion. No? And make nobody waste their time on say MPP for a year or more year. And I heard you see Nakok. Police, NACOC, seized 1,195 boxes of tramadol at Bintri. 6 arrested. And what would you see? They are working. The government is stopping drug abuse. Mr. Which one is that? 2016. Thank you very much. My team 75 they've been chamo. Mr. Get them for me. Make sure how Ghana has changed. Why are MPP attractive? Nobody wants to listen to. This is 2016. Look at it. 2016 in here. This was Ghana, the map, electoral map. This is 2016. You see, it was evenly divided. You were rational. 2016 yao, before Nana Akufo-Addo about power, near what 10 regions. This was the map. MPP NDC. So what changed for Ghana map? No? Move from here, from this to this level. But I want to say what really changed. I am one some a woody amudi a troning kwasiade mumbu Ghana for in yimu Jimmy Mojin say and none yet better no Ghana for your party by 2028 will be gone. 2024 against 2016. Now, thank you very much, team. So you see, this is 2016. Oh, before Akufo-Addo Ghana ever president, you saw how it was divided evenly. Of our regions now, near Chim, NDC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now MPP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how it was in 2016. That was how Ghanaians were reasoning. We were mixed. We were reasoning. We were voting like Ghanaians as people who love each other. We did not add anything to it. Not tribalism setting in. Not that kind of separatism. That kind of entitlement. Then setting in. People were rational. Now look at this. 2020. I'm sure idea. Thank you very much, Mr. S. I'm sure 2020. Thank you, team, for bringing this in. 2016 in Akufo-Addo president. Sorry. Akufo-Addo president. 2020. It started changing. You see, 2020, it started becoming green. Then Ghanaians started say no, the NPP is dangerous. 2020, afe na mapenesa. Afe a blue nesote. Ghanaians started realizing said the NPP is a demonic, a dangerous, a mambo for. They want to destroy this nation. Thank you very much, team. Iti on se na afe kala no essa. Na kala no essa. Macho 2016. On see 2020, afe na Ghana for astati reason up say no. Pathway, omo nipa no, omo nye nipa papa. Omo amote party na MPP, omo nye nipa papa. Omo person cheche Ghana mu. Omo asa the regions abeka ho, omo say mine no. So Ghanaians started reasoning up, say no, we cannot live with a party like that. And 2020, they killed about 8 people to hold on to this. In 2020, that was when they shot people to keep this power. Because Omu would say, Ghana for anything, so they had to kill. So for them to even hold on to this blue, 2020, they had to kill. So I swear to God. You see, this is 2024. In 2028, Ebeka 1 region. Blue pay, Ebeka 1. May say in 2028, it will be left with one region. And you people know which region it will be left with. Ebeka 1, then you will see how Ghana will develop. And when you send a Ghana be developing, and when you input you, and when you togetherness, and when you the majority taking decisions, collective decisions, be changing the destiny of this nation. And when you conform more pray for input you, and when you the majority voice asking for hospitals, asking for good roads, asking for development in their lives, the destruction will be cut down. And it has to be cut down because consistently, you would say the consistency in the deliberately derailing this country. A group of people, after they do that realization, say Ghana, some group of people who are destroying this nation. And in 2028, Ghanaians will go to the ballot and change the destiny for good. It will be left with one region. You people don't want to change NPP for. The Ghanaian is growing. The Ghanaian voter is maturing. The people want development. The people are becoming together. They are starting to understand we are not supposed to be tribalistic. We are not supposed to feel entitled. We are not supposed to be liars. Ghanaians want to see good things. But we are beginning to see where the problem is. And the problem is number 1. And I'm telling you, me see, by the time I enter about 2028, we are not MPP aka 1 blue.
Piao Osajifo Kevin Tailor. Piao Osajifo Kevin Tailor. Piao Monio Berimaba Monio. Maminka some fanche Mahefo na wow shemi. NDC for Moshemi. Any gunning na Muma Yenfe Kevin Tailor ye. Railway a national asset. Sanye Kevin Tailor and MPP for and Komaya Ghana diffe. Shout out to Team Eternity. And Kanye Kevin Tailor, let me tell you, and Kajo Mahama Unya se vote no nyae in the last election. No, Mamma can cram fancher and DC for no. Sanye Kevin the Kobadu Tailor na Juma Waya. Any revelations. Any bia gusu edi magana youth no binun ti say no ma enka MPP di omodi aye man we no enka eso enti wutina baby kasi rewe di atemo yi sei unim di awokika boni ankrofo we di Ghana afaso okra unim hwe no unim se Akufo-Addo by obedi boni. Ordinary person like Mega Metia mini abam mini hwe kra no minim se Akufo-Addo by omo bedi boni bebre, especially National Cathedral Kinofurata taxes omo gigiye bosi omo kwagiye eniema omo yeye, a lot of them and omuntimi they cannot account for. But anye Kevin Tailor because I deal with anymore. The majority of us we don't know. Ghana for so Kevin Tailor buye. Regardless of this man being harsh on certain issues, no Ghana is nyakukudru for JJ Rollins brand would do my way anymore. She said the nipa pupu esifa na boni endorse mo Ghana say ne see you democracy. JJ Rollins na bra odi soja mamu obu my way no na mentiase mom na mini ho no mom but yana nano ma yeti asese na boni eni Ghana because nipa di boni and yembe hye na politician eni sika because onim se odi anhwe ya ombebo no tu akuno enti Kevin Tailor ne kasa waka ne reaction ne niema wo ye no mema ni nye wahin sana mpemfo we deserve sana mpemfo we deserve especially MPP for mpemfo no ene wo hu se omunhu kotoko mfa koranshem aka na ipe eni se 3 regions pe eno moti cover. You see, shameless people. Me see by 2028 na party no said ya Kevin Kano na omoye party de fe omogu and I know be nso de bigu e omo suban omo niye omo kasa omo chese eniema bi asebi omo ye in bigu party no. What I say? Eniema bi omo ye in bigu party no. And you can attest to that fact. And the moment so Kevin Tailor muye because over we obo adwuma me so we muye edu ye Ghana ni na wotane na minim de wotane na je ono oman ni ya wonte habi ya na ye ho betoye Ghana yi na se bi Ghana we are enjoying price of goods and services at the lower price ono Kevin no onte habi inti no te hanam na eyo se oye odi mpanfo atem na che masa wow. Let's be frank to ourselves. This guy Kevin Tailor has come to enlightening a lot of the youths. Sankagonwa can people for your why to sebi or support and come for Ghana for nyeshi. Cause they don't care about us. Omon fire your muya no muye, your beya no mube, ukakro mun few. But because of Kevin Tailor and ne Ghana youth yenya idi yahu sampa politics no e wo say yan so timamufo yenya ehye ewo e ka ho bi kurenti api NDC for buy am so omo make sure say the omo baby ano they will do the right thing because omo nim say Kevin no oya de bi ase bi enya obebo wachi and the moment obebo wachi on the platform so no that is a one so wayi di aben this meza no aben it will be any done also and oye den oye adwuma enti mommy and father so bo more din and from Kevin Tailor because we were ade ono na ama Ghana and a politics no sebi ya akono kakra and can tese nke yempanfo we omo fa ise bi GIGIMM omo fa ise bi adwini ho they take us for granted. They take us for what? For granted. And ye hwe de ekoso ntime mu obi nkogine baby nka se Kevin no didi mpanfo atem na omega te hanu na obo na basomasa Sana ye deserve one pain for na you know moisture sabino. They deserve to be harsh. I mean, they deserve to what? To be insulted. Because all cancer and one kind of tendency for a Thomason and Thomason. Ye pa, ye. The Kevin Ginomos 247, ye. Kevin Piao. Michelle Bimaba. So I join conversation mahanam. Even number one authentic platform negative yangu pongoswa. Ishira obusia. Inti same way na Kevin. Edibesumbo Mr. Wada. Subscribe for latest updates. Bye bye. Media Mega.